Can I tell you a secret? I've worked with hundreds of people who've tried to replace their 9-to-5 with copywriting and discovered there's one fast, easy system that all of my students have used to speedrun their first 10K. I'm going to show you examples of people using this system to make a fortune with copywriting, how to easily follow it yourself, and how to use a sneaky little copy hack to speed up the process. To start, let's look at a copywriter who makes a fortune with this system so you can see that it actually works. This guy creates websites and writes the copy for marketing agencies and content creators. And you can see how successful he's been by some of his insane client numbers. Even though he hasn't shared how much he's actually making, if you're working with businesses like this, you're making a ton of money. Now, what's great about his website is he has a really clear offer to his clients and he backs it up with a money back guarantee. His name is Alex and his company is hyperhelios.co. And all he does, as I said, is literally just build landing pages and write copy. That's it. I guarantee this dude has done minimum multi-6 figures or 7 figures with his simple business. So that's a great example of how anyone can become a well-paid copywriter using this system. But now I need to dig deeper and I need to show you how you can go from where you are now, a struggling beginner, to being a copywriter like Alex who can travel the world with his laptop and make great money online. So what is this system that Alex has been using to build his super profitable business? Well, I've broken it down into 7 key levels that you can go through one by one. Slaying the dragon here means getting to your first 10K as a copywriter. You just have to play the game step by step until you can get up to level 7 and slay that damn dragon. As we embark on this conquest, what do you think the first thing you'll need to do, the first skill you'll need as a copywriting entrepreneur is? The hint is in the name. Copywriting. Level 1 is all about mastering the craft of copywriting. You don't need to have a degree in liberal arts to write an email here. I dropped out of uni to do this and it's my full-time job. There's a few important things you do need to do though to become a good copywriter, and if you ignore any of these, it'll destroy any chance you have of getting to level 2. The first thing I want you to do is watch 1 hour of copywriting only content on YouTube every day for the next 7 days. I also say you have to read at least 1 book about copywriting. I'll flash a few on screen right now so you can check them out. I have tons of free content on this stuff. I've made a 10-hour course on YouTube you can check out later on. But once you've started to absorb yourself in the world of copywriting, you'll get a really good understanding of how it works. Think of this like you're the little elf in the game trying to gather materials to build his weapon. Once you build the weapon, now you need to start practicing with it. So reading books and watching videos is learning, and you have to do that. But you'll never get out of level 1 unless you start to do the practicing part. So practicing copywriting is actually fairly simple, but there's one huge mistake that most beginners make before they get into this. Look, if I started again, I'd start to build a swipe file of all of the copy stuff that I like, things like emails, sales promotions, ads. Then I would try to rewrite whatever it was that I saw that I liked, like an email, for example. And I would just repeat this process over and over again for 30 days until you feel like you're decent at copy. Now, there's a huge mistake that I mentioned that most people make here. I just said that you want to write for 30 days so you know that you're good at copy, but realistically as a beginner, how are you going to ever know if you're actually good at it? Because if you don't know what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right, you're never going to be able to double down on the things that are going well. That's why I recommend joining a good copywriting mentorship program with one-to-one coaching and community access. Now, shameless plug, I have a one-to-one program and you can apply for it down below in the description. So once you've built your little weapon and you're ready to use it, let's take those copywriting skills out into the real world. This is level 2 of the game. See if you can guess what level 2 is from these people. This person has it, this person has it, and even I have it. Have you got any idea what I'm talking about here? If not, maybe I'll give you one more hint. Alex Hormozi has an entire book on this. Drum roll please. The answer is offers. Okay, so why is this level 2? Why is offers level 2? So you need to look at offers like your treasure chest. You're not a little elf with a treasure chest and a sword, so lucky you. And we still have that big $10,000 dragon in our sights. So now that you can write copy, you need to come up with an offer that people want to pay you for so you get paid. How do we do that, or what does it look like? Well, there's a few key elements to creating an offer that sells. We've got the thing that we sell, so our service as a copywriter. We've got the price we want to sell it at, our price point, and we have the type of people we want to sell it to, so our market. These are the 3 key components to a good offer. And it's great to understand what an offer kind of looks like, but making it actually good and making it something that people want to pay for is going to require us to dig a little bit deeper here. This is where you start to do the research on what people actually want in your niche. I'm actually going to show you an example of a good and a bad offer here. So a bad example of an offer is what one of my coaching students brought me last week. I said to him, "What's your offer?" And he sent back, "Oh, I want to write email newsletters for fitness coaches." You might not see a problem with that as like, "Oh, that's a decent offer, isn't it? That's what people want. You've got an offer, price point, you could just make that up." So technically it fits our little formula here, but it's not actually a good offer. So where's the issue? See, this is the crucial part that stops 99% of people actually making money as a copywriter. I said, "Why are you just offering an email newsletter? How do you know that this is what they want?" I also said, "Do you have proof of concept? So how do you know this works?" And finally, I said, "You need to research what people are actually paying for on a high level." He didn't have proof that people wanted to pay for this thing that he just came up with. Because you as a business owner don't get to decide what people want. You can't just look at this formula and pop in the things that you want to do. You have to find out what they actually want and give it to them. If you can do that, you'll have a full treasure chest, a great offer, and we can move on to level 3. Now, level 3 is all about your little elf collecting some fruit. Elf has got to eat if he wants to slay that dragon. Now, I call this level the low-hanging fruit strategy. This is all about making your life easier as a beginner. Again, I'll give you some help here because I love to help little elves move along in the world. I'm like your little old wise rat mentor, like Master Splinter, but I'm Irish and maybe I look like a leprechaun. Alright, so if I was an elf like you, I would go to school.com and start finding communities of business owners who might need help from a person like you. You can position yourself as a copywriter who is willing to do some free work up front. You need to make sure that the work that you're doing won't take any of their time up. They can just tell you what they want done and you make it happen. This way you find out what your market actually wants and you might even get a client out of it if they like your stuff. Do this over and over again and you'll build a list of things that people actually want to pay for. Then you can go off and make your offer great. So that all sounds great, but the next level is really important if you want to get to that magic $10,000 number. Have you ever went to buy a product from Amazon and instead of a nice clean website, you just get hit with a wall of text of what it is they're selling? So what happens when you buy from Amazon, right, is they have a website and you see what you want to buy. And all the information you need as a customer is listed on that little website. This is the same for you as a copywriter. You need to make a simple one-page website for your clients to go to if they want to see your offer. And you can make it look something like this on screen. So the main things that you want to have on there are a quick headline about what you can do for them, a quick video explaining what you do and why the problem that they have is worth paying you. Then you can include some more info down below on how you deliver your service. Then show off any previous client results that you've had. Finally, you need a little button that says book a call with me and a little calendar where they can book a call. Now, be careful because the biggest pitfall I see with a lot of people trying to make money with copywriting is they spend ages designing a cool website like this, then it never generates any money, which is what I'll help you fix in level 5. So you have your website, you have your offer, you've probably found some people who've told you what they want. Now it's time to deploy your next weapon. This weapon will allow you to start collecting cash and improving so you can move towards that dream of $10,000. Your next weapon is traffic. Traffic is another word for people. Now we want to send the right people to our website so we can convert them into sales. You can do this through 2 main methods: outbound traffic and inbound traffic. Ideally, you want a mix of inbound and outbound traffic, and I'll explain why. If you only have one of these types of traffic, it will seriously hamper your ability to close deals with business owners because there's just key components in both that make people want to buy from you. So outbound traffic is probably what you've seen if you've ever looked into copywriting. It's where you reach out to business owners, you DM them or email them and ask them if they need your service. And that's fine, right? That's what you have to do. You have to reach out to lots of people. You have to hit it at volume. Follow Alex Hormozi and just hit that volume 100 people a day. But something I never see on YouTube for copywriters is why you should also do inbound traffic methods. So the reason that you need to pair that outbound traffic, reaching out to people, with inbound is that it gets the people that you want to work with to trust you. So what is inbound traffic, you might ask? This is where you make content.
I see content right here.
YouTube videos are an amazing way to get clients because you can demonstrate that you're an expert in your field and you put yourself across as a professional if you can show yourself on camera. It also has benefits where you can make one YouTube video and it can go out and be viewed by 1,000 people. Whereas if you're sending one DM to each person, that's very time consuming. So this is why I say having both is great, because you can reach out to people, then they can click on your profile and see your content and see that you're actually a real person with value to bring. You can also bring in more people with the content that you're making. It's amazing. And this is legitimately how I landed some of the biggest companies in the world as a copywriter. And I guarantee nobody else on YouTube, by the way, has these clients. I've worked with Panasonic, TikTok, Warner Brothers, Burger King, and about 10 other financial companies. But anyway, no more bragging from me. Let's move on to level 6. I'm having a lot more fun as this video goes on. I am really enjoying being back on YouTube, and this is actually probably my last weekend in this cool apartment. So say goodbye to this lovely view. Level 6 is where you actually deliver the client work. It's essential that you don't mess this up, because you might do all this work to build a website, build an offer, bring in clients, but if you don't understand fulfillment, whenever you get a client, you'll just lose them. You'll never get to that 10K, and that pesky dragon will just escape your grasp. So fulfilling the client work is just fancy words for writing the copy for someone. So someone hands you money and now you have to actually do the work. So writing the copy for someone, like agreeing on what you're going to do and actually writing it, is absolutely fine. But there's a big thing that most people don't do that means they never actually grow. So there's a little bit more you need to do here. You need to go above and beyond for your clients. Make life as easy as possible for them. Do things ahead of the deadline. Do things with extra bonuses added on for free. Give them more than what they paid for. For example, I've recently been giving people 90 days access to our coaching program, but now I'm going to add in a sneaky little bonus after they join for 120 days. I kind of ruined the secret here if you were thinking of joining, but you get a bonus. Because if you make someone's life easier, if you become a person that another business owner loves to work with, they're going to refer you to their friends and they're going to keep paying you, because people like getting extra stuff. The biggest problem with most freelancers is that they burn people so quickly because they do a crappy job, and then it makes the business owner never want to work with another freelancer. So it's so easy to beat most people. Most people are so shit at this. Now, I will say that this can create another problem that stops a lot of freelancers from ever making decent money. So the big problem is that a freelancer might start getting a couple of clients, start making a couple of grand a month, but then they'll realize that all of their time is now sucked up by these clients. They have no more time to go out and find new clients and make new money. This is it. This is what you've all been waiting for. Time to slay the dragon and get paid. But wait, there's one problem. Slaying the dragon can't be done all by yourself. It is still way bigger than you, and even though you've come a long way, you will definitely need some help here. So if you can learn to write good emails for someone and get clients, you can start to teach the stuff that you're doing for clients to another person. And this is where you separate yourself from all the little brokey copywriters, and you start to speed up by using your money. If you can start to spend some of the money that you're making here, you can move a lot faster, you can deliver more work, you can charge more money, and now you have time to get more clients. And hiring the right people here will take a little bit of time, but once you do that, you'll make it so much easier on yourself to get to that beautiful 10K number. Let's put a video slaying the dragon. Now, understanding all the steps in this video is great, but knowing how to actually pull them off is another thing. See, you'll never know how to actually break out of level 1 if you don't know how to get good at copy quickly. Which is why I made this video that teaches you exactly how to get good at copywriting very fast. Go watch it. Click it, click it, click it, go.